Morning Guardians. We missed some patch notes this week. Here's an update thread. When ashes, the assets and hands are equipped, players will only receive super energy from one of the mods, not both. Wait, what? When ashes, the assets and hands are equipped, players will only receive super energy from one of the mods, not both. What if I get a grenade kill and then simultaneously get a melee kill? Am I still going to be able to get super energy from both of these? Or is this targeting grapples? Is this going after Strand hunters? Is it because we had our grapple build where you were getting like infinite, like getting supers over and over again? Okay. All right. Hold on. Continuing. When firepower and heavy-handed are equipped, players will only spawn one orb of power, not two. Okay. When killing an enemy with a grapple melee, grenade kickstart will no longer activate when grappling to a grapple point and thus not expending any grenade energy. I mean, guys, we knew this was coming. We were spawning in 2 orbs. We were getting our supers back very fast. Also, reduce the super gains from ashes to assets when getting a grapple melee after grappling to a grapple point and thus not expending any grenade energy by 50%. Holy hell. Okay, but this is targeting grapple. Previously, this varied from 1 to 5% depending on the target tier. With this change, that's now 0.5% to 2.5%. So reduce super gains from ashes asset when getting a grapple melee kill. I'm going to pull up the build in just a second, guys, to show you exactly what they're talking about and why. I'm surprised. These are some major changes. I'm really surprised this didn't make it in the patch notes yesterday. This is definitely not something that's like, oh, we missed a note. This is big. Like, these are big changes. This substantially nerfs some Strand builds out there, most notably hunters. 4, players no longer need to have the Strand subclass equipped to gain unraveling rounds for their Strand weapons from the allied unraveling perk. 5, heavy weapons will more consistently gain increased ammo capacity. All right. What does that mean? Does that mean like reserve mods weren't working for some heavy weapons, chat? So it means triple reserves will actually work on things like Heson's Vengeance now and other heavies. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, that is a good change. So right here, it says it in the actual patch notes. Heavy weapons will more consistently gain increased ammo capacity from multiple reserve mods. Oh, this is not applied, though, to rocket launchers, grenade launchers, heavy glaives, Leviathan's Breath, 1,000 voices, since their ammo capacity is reached by equipping fewer mods. All you don't need any reserve mods, at least here for Leviathan's Breath. You just need the exotic catalyst. You'll be capped at 15, guys. Okay. This gave us more clarity here. That was good stuff. 6, fix an issue where Fighting Lion was incorrectly benefiting from the Void Holster mod. You know, we were actually playing against someone in a comp who was using Fighting Lion and Rain of Fire, which is the Warlock exotic. It's this one right here. Hold on. It's this one. He was using, I don't know what he was doing, but he was using Rain of Fire. I don't know if that was in combination with Void Holster mod. So I don't know what was the issue here, guys, with Fighting Lion. When I went up against a guy using Fighting Lion and Rain of Fire, he was shooting Fighting Lion nonstop. He was just peppering shots one after another. He was extremely annoying. Holster mod would reload your weapon. Isn't that what a holster mod's supposed to do? Or was it? It's not supposed to work for special grenade launchers, just heavy. Okay. Number 7, the Harsh Language Shotgun now correctly activates Void Artifact perks. Number 8, fix an issue where certain Gambit weapons were not contributing to the Dark Age Arsenal Triumph. Dude, these are a lot. Number 9, crafting progress now comes from the key chest and not the base chest. What? Why am I drawing a blank right now? Crafting progress now comes from the key chest and not the base chest? Oh, overload activity. Oh, okay. And that got patched too, right? You can't double dip into chests anymore on Neomuna, right? Yeah, they patched that as well. Number 10, Warlock exotic swarmers will now correctly create threadlings when a tangle is thrown and a player has shackle grenade equipped. Hunter armor Thunderhead grips can now correctly have its appearance unlocked with Synth Weave. All right. And fall damage is now non-lethal to players. Previously, only collision damage was non-lethal. Wow. Is this actually fixed? This was supposed to go in at Lightfall. This was supposed to happen at Lightfall. Moment of truth, chat. This is something that's been in the game since the very beginning. I'll be down. All right, chat. I'm falling. I'm going to land on a corner. Someone said land on a corner. No. Guys. Dude. This is Destiny 3. This is huge. You don't die from fall damage anymore. Fuck you, Gravity. Let me go back to the patch notes real quick. Make sure. For those wondering, why is it that Bungie came out and targeted things like Ashes, Acid, hands-on, firepower, heavy-handed, the spawning of double orbs? Listen, this is why I can't stand content creators, you know? They drop these builds, right? Like infinite super build, you know, they throw things on their thumbnails. Get your super in 60 seconds or less. This guy put up, let's see, hold on. This guy posted, this is broken. Infinite super. This is the kind of shit that gets things nerfed, all right? Essentially what was happening, you run in, you get the grapple melee off, and you would spawn 2 orbs. You see what I mean? So you see all like the orb generation. And this was just to feed you supers as fast as possible. You're also taking advantage of things like Star Eater scales and stuff like that. So this was definitely targeting that so that you couldn't have a super in 60 seconds or less. That is the rest of our patch notes here, guys. Now, let me just be straight. These patch notes suck ass. Other than like not dying to fall damage, that's great. But the rest of this, Bungie, it sucks ass. And it's interesting because the ass sucking part seems to never make it to the actual official patch notes. It's almost as if you have a section and it's labeled ass. And that's left off. I just find it very interesting. That's somehow conveniently off the official patch notes. Oh, they did update the patch. Oh, right. Okay. Well, the point is, even if they updated the patch notes, when we initially read it yesterday, it's a good chance none of us really go back to reread. You know what I mean? No one at like, 10 o'clock tonight is like, oh, I'm fixing my tea tonight. Let me sit down and read old patch notes, right? We read that shit once and we're done. Honestly, if I was working at Bungie and I was putting out some patches or putting out a Sandbox patch that involved some of the community's favorite stuff, I would just conveniently leave shit off all the time. I would load the front end of the TWAP. I would make it stupid long. I would talk about every great change. I would have a section toward the end that was like going into like stuff that hopefully you'll click off the patch notes by that point. Maybe even throw some movie of the week shit in there. Not that people aren't watching movie of the week, but you know what I mean. And then all the way at the bottom, at the very bottom, in very fine print, I would put this shit. I mean, you would have to pull out a magnifying glass to find this stuff.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.